Hey everyone, it's Nick with Us versus Herd. If it's your first time here and you want to join the UVH fam, links are below in the description to our Discord and our options trading group on Facebook. Today I made a little bit over $550 on the day on Apple, Snow, NIO, and SPCE. If you made money today, comment below, got paid. If you lost money today, comment below, learned a lesson. And if you could do me a big favor, hit the like button for the YouTube algo. Definitely appreciate it. Thank you guys for watching the videos. Man, you guys been showing up, and right before Christmas here, we're gonna get it. So I'm gonna go over some of these trades, kind of what I'm looking for, what I rolled into, and also what I'm looking for tomorrow. If you guys want to drop your watch list, drop them below in the comments below. Let me know what you're trading. You know, we can kind of help each other out that way. But what it all started out today for me on Snow and Snow. I'm in a couple positions. Well, I was in a couple positions. Now I'm only in one position. I bought the 360 call yesterday on Snow, and I'll just pull this up here. I bought this for $19.10 yesterday. I sold it this morning for $22.45. I am, however, still in a credit put spread in January I'm selling the 310, 305 spread right down here. I got $1.81 credit, which is just up small right now. It's up 6% on that trade. But Snow, what's interesting with Snow, and I had a doctor's appointment today. I think the doctor's appointment saved me because I was like, okay, I'm not gonna look at the charts. After the live stream this morning, I just ducked out, I was just gonna go right to the doctor, but I'm like, you know what? Let's kind of see what's happening with Snow. So Snow, I'm going to take this alert off. Snow, I bought on this run yesterday. I bought around 340 area. I captured this when it pulled back a little bit yesterday. When it pulled back here, I put the position on right at 340. It popped up to 343, came down to 340. I put the position on here, and it continued to run up. And then today, you know, was super rocky. And yesterday in the close on Snow came back down to, you know, the lower 340 area, pop back up, close at near the highs of the day. Now today at open, you know, it was kind of grinding down. This came all the way down to 345 and then popped right back up to the 359. Now, I don't know about you guys, but when you get a candle that looks like this and you were down money, you get a candle that looks like this, you sell the spike. So I sold the spike right in here. It was like 355, 356 area. Let me see exactly what time it was. It's 8:39. So yeah, I sold like right between these candles. So I sold like 355 right at the opening of this candle right here. 355, yes, it continued to go up, but look what happened on Snow all day. I mean, it saved me a bag of money because now that I sold that 310 put for $22.45, that 360 call, other than the 360 call, check this out, saved me a lot of money. Look, I was in January 8th, 360 call, sold it for $22.45. If I held on to that right now, this is only going for like $13. So I would have been down $600 to $700 if I continue to hold it. I sold the spike, got out, made 335, and like, oh yeah, you could have made thousands of percent, you could have made XYZ, sure, but that's not the scenario that played out. Like my process protects me from this exact scenario. When I saw this spike come up, you know, we went from 345 up to 355. I'm like, okay, that's a $10 swing up in price. This candle is thick. I'm going to sell the candle. And yes, it drifted up higher, but this thing, you know, there's a lot of bag holders right now. Now, on the 1 year chart, I still like the 1 year chart. Still looks clean, but I do think it could revisit the 330 area, 325. Potentially, it could come back down to here. It tapped, you know, 359. I was at the 360 strike. Couldn't do it. Came back, closed at 341. So I'm looking to see right now. I'm kind of seeing if it's going to push higher. Sure, I'm in a credit put spread still, so I'll still capitalize on the movement or non-movement. I think that it was going to try to hit 360 to 380. It did hit 359, so came pretty close, but we'll see. Chart is still in favor of the bulls, but if it comes back down to the 330 area, I'd like to make another purchase. So we'll see. We played it. I think I played it safe, played it right, and you know, we'll kind of see. I mean, if they have news or something that pushes it up, it is what it is. You know, the market was relatively kind of hard to read today. You know, you had the NASDAQ down, NASDAQ was up, Dow was down, S&Ps were down. So, it was kind of a weird day. And then you had Apple, kind of moving the market here. Apple was up really big. I made some money. I was trading the 132 calls. I had 5 of them on Apple. Pull up my trades today. On Apple, I bought 5 of the 132 calls for 310, sold them for 330. So I wasn't in the trade that long. I was in the trade about 30-40 minutes on that trade. I was also in NIO. I bought the 47 calls, bought them at 372, about 5 of them, sold them at 293. So, captured another $100. So, what I was just doing was I was just kind of stacking. Now, looking at Apple, I mean, it was kind of dicey in there today. I mean, had some major movement on that news yesterday for them getting into the EV business. Now, we don't know. Apple has yet to actually confirm this to happen. But, had a major push. I bought on the second leg up because, like I said, I was gone all morning. Came back, it started to push up. So I bought Apple at, let's see here, 11:44 a.m. So at 11:44. So I bought it right here on this breakout. I bought it right here when it started to break out, and then I sold right up in here at 12:19. So I sold right here, which was thankfully I got out, because then again, it topped out again and drifted lower. Like those Apple calls right now, the 132 calls for next week expiration, I sold at 293, are now going for, 270. So in this market, what I'm experiencing and what I'm learning is like greed is not going to pay you. People are being greedy. People are losing. Like for me, sure, I'm not making thousands and thousands of percent, but I'm making gains consistently. And that's what's keeping me sane. And that's what's keeping me profitable in this market, time and time again. And then NIO, same thing. I had 5 calls, same thing, got out at 105. Now I am swinging on NIO, a 45 call for January expiration. That's currently down 5% right now, so I'm down a little bit on that. And then I have a credit put spread that is actually profitable right now. So NIO was kind of interesting because it was kind of late to the party. NIO today, I mean, it dropped hard. I mean, my target for this week was $50. It hit pre-market $49.89. It opened up around $49.60. 49.65, came all the way down to 46.5. And now, is that did it come down because there's competition potentially from Apple? Did it come down? But either way, when it leveled out, I bought, and when it pushed up here, I sold. On NIO, I bought at 118, which was right here, and then I sold at 135, which was early, which was right here. So, I just captured this very small amount from here up to here. So, I didn't really get that much money out of it, but, just trying to keep your gains consistent, not trying to backhold. That's because this is what I was worried about. It was going to top up and fade back down, which it did. I mean, it did go up all the way up to 48.17 area, but then it came back down, closed at 47.50. It's drifting a little bit lower after hours right now. So it's honestly, it's kind of hard to see where are we going to be tomorrow, especially in the EV markets, which I found this was kind of interesting. Elon Musk says he considered selling Tesla to Apple. Tim Cook didn't take the meeting. Says, during the darkest days of the Model 3 program, I reached out to Tim Cook to discuss the possibility of acquiring Tesla for 1/10 of our current value. He refused to take the meeting. Musk and Tesla have not discussed considering selling the company in any financial filings. The news comes one day after Reuters reports that Apple is once again getting serious about getting into the automotive industry, a persistent rumor since 2015. And this is what I was saying. This happened before, a few years back, 2015, 2016, 2017, this has been a rumor and it's been selling. So I've been very cautious about Apple because Apple will deny the rumor. Things will happen. And, they're expected to, based on this new rumor, they're expected to make a car in 2024, which is 3 to 4 years out. And that is if they get it right. It's not going to be easy. There's going to be delays. There's going to be production delays. I mean, I know Tesla has kind of paved the way for this, but, It's not an easy thing. So Apple or Tim Cook didn't take the meeting. So maybe does that mean they're going to be entering that business? I honestly don't know. But what I do know is that the EV sector relatively hot. I mean, you have stocks like Workhorse, running way up today. BLNK. BLNK, I mean, EV is hot. So there was a stock called MVIS, and they make lasers and stuff like that. It was up like 60% on MVIS. I mean, just straight up. And I'm like, well, what did you do here? So what I did, I sold in January 2 naked puts at the 6 strike put right now. So 6 strike put, kind of brings us back down to where we were earlier today. It did tap, I think it did tap like 650 today. For this trade, I did get 95-cent credit. So you're like, well, why would you do this? So the reason why I did this is because premium was really, really rich. I mean, we're looking at 244% implied volatility on January 15th expiration. Liquidity was very high. Volume was really high here. So, 13,000 volume on the put side. Call side too, same thing. There was 10K, 5K, 2K, 3K. So people were trading this. So I'm like, okay, if I'm not gonna buy premium here. I mean, 95 cents for a $9 stock. They got, premium up here, $2 for the calls, $3, $4. I mean, this is just outrageous. And to give you some context, if you look at like GE, a stock like GE going to January, I mean, these are like 42 cents, 12 cents, 5 cents, kind of give you some context on how inflated this. Now, granted, this stock is having a major move. And so I sold premium in here. I lowered my cost basis, basically got like $1 for each contract. So if this falls back down, let's say it goes back down to $5, let's say MVIS goes down to $5, I'll get to keep the premium that I collected, which was like $200, $190. And then that lowers my cost basis. I'm going to own 200 shares of this basically at $5 a share. Now, if it comes down lower, then I'm gonna have to start selling some calls on it. But based on how expensive premium is, I don't think I'm gonna have a problem selling some calls to kind of break even. I mean, I'll be profitable on the trade, but if it keeps going lower, if it goes down to $3, is kind of where we're gonna start having some issues on this trade. But if it comes back down, I get assigned the stock. I buy the stock, at $6 a share, so I'll be buying 200 shares at $6. I'll get to keep the premium, which will lower my cost basis down to $5. And, we'll kind of play with it that way. I don't know. So, it's kind of a speculation stock. And then SPCE, I made 30% on the first naked put. I rolled up. I'm in this January 15th, 23 strike naked put. Some pretty rich premium in here on SPCE. I got $1.35 credit for this as well. So SPCE, if you're looking at the chart here, I mean, it's kind of leveled out around 24, 25 area. It likes this area. So even if it just sits here, I'll collect some premium, even though it's small, just try to sell some on the back end. I mean, I'm really, going into like the Santa rally, going into what's going on here, I'm really trying to scale back my risk, sell some more premium. Because I mean, if you look at SPY here, like the volume today on SPY, I mean, it didn't even crack 50 million on volume today. I mean, it was horrible. So if the market starts to slow down or comes to an abrupt halt, then I definitely don't want to be stuck holding the bag. I mean, NIO is the only long position I have right now. I'm long on that call. The rest I'm selling premium on NIO, selling premium on MVIS and SPCE, selling premium in SNOW as well. So I'm kind of just chilling right now. I mean, if you look at like the Dow, the Dow right now, I mean, it's been flat. Like, look at this. It's just flat. If we look at NASDAQ has had a little bit more action over the last month, but I mean, I would say it's not doing great. But I mean, these green days are definitely stacking up. Now, if you look at the S&Ps, you look at the S&Ps. I mean, we're back to basically flat again. So just want to be careful in here. We're coming up on a new year, coming up on a new president, coming up on the holidays. Volume is low, so I'm just doing what I can to protect my account. When I see an opportunity, I'm going to go into it, and that's where the day trades come from. So if you watch this video to the end, comment, watch to the end. As always, stay safe, stay green. It's us versus herd.